Tanda, KTN in Kalou, Nyandarua County.
Well, thanks, Alan Ochanda. And earlier on, we're speaking to Ken Gashuhi, who are both in Kalou constituency and will be having periodical crossovers to Kalou and get updates on the latest. But we've just seen from IEBC that at least 51% of registered voters cast their vote, even as the vote counting process is underway, and the results will be published on the Commission's website. So at least 51%, that's roughly 30,000 voters, eligible voters, made their way to the over 144 polling stations in Kalou. But still on that by-election, and fresh allegations of voter bribery have rocked the Kalou by-election after KTN obtained messages that money was sent to voters on the eve of the poll. The transactions, accompanied by messages allegedly urging recipients to vote for a specific candidate, have now raised serious questions about the role of the company behind the payments. As such, by KTN, the company's registry has traced the ownership of that company, adding a new twist to claims that have reignited concerns over the integrity of Kenya's electoral process. KTN's Vera Mora with the details.
Allegations of voter bribery have once again thrust the Kalou by-election into the spotlight as videos and photos circulating online appear to show cash handouts and political rivalry trading accusations over attempts to influence voters. KTN is in possession of electoral messages. Kalou residents on the eve of the by-election received money ranging from 500 Kenyan shillings to 2,000 Kenyan shillings.
And I had a message from M-Pesa, and the balance was now 2,209. That means I've received 2,000 from a person called, or I don't know, a company called Paul Master Limited on the 16th of July at 12:31 a.m. So I'm just stuck with the money because I don't know where to reverse the money to.
The message reads, and I quote, "Hello, you have received 500 Kenyan shillings from Paul Master Limited on behalf of Mushina. This money is for your transport fare. Mushina thanks you for your support and asks you to come out and vote today." End of quote. Several of these messages were seen by KTN on location. So who owns Paul Master Limited? A search conducted by KTN at the company registry has established that Paul Master Limited was registered on July 3rd, 2025 and is jointly owned by Moffat Munene and Susan Mwende Muthoni, each of the two directors and shareholders holding 50 shares, giving them equal ownership of the company. What has not been clear is why Paul Master Limited sent money randomly to Kenyans and Kalou residents on the eve of the by-election, quoting Mushina, a UDA contender in the Kalou by-election.
So fact of the matter, in my view, is that yes, there is evidence. There are lots of things that, if properly documented and packaged, would stand the threshold of submission to the courts for a possible nullification of this by-election.
The allegations have renewed questions over whether the principles enshrined in Kenya's constitution are being upheld. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, is guided by the Constitution of Kenya, particularly Article 81, which sets out the principles of Kenya's electoral system. These principles state that elections must be free and fair, conducted by secret ballots, free from violence, intimidation, improper influence, or corruption, conducted by an independent body, transparent, administered in an impartial, neutral, efficient, accurate, and accountable manner. Yet, allegations of cash handouts continue to cast doubt on whether voters are making choices freely or under the influence of inducement. Opposition leaders and election observers argue that when cash becomes a campaign tool, democracy itself pays the price. Vera Mora, KTN.
Now, thousands of voters